Hi everyone, I'm Heather Poduska, star maker to entrepreneurs who want to unlock their potential and command any stage. Welcome to Thrive, the show where I bring you tips, resources, and people to help you create a more abundant life and business. You are in for high-value content coming to you from industry leaders who are growing their business, making an impact, and rocking their brands. Welcome to the show. Here we go. Hi everyone, I'm Heather Poduska, founder of the Brand Star Academy, where I teach entrepreneurs how to be powerful, profitable speakers and create their own celebrity personal brands. Welcome to this episode of Thrive, the power of authenticity, with your guest, Heather Poduska. Yes, I am flying solo today. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about why it's so important to be authentic with your brand. It is the key to everything. And we're going to be diving into that in just a minute. But I wanted to take just a couple of seconds and talk to you about some exciting things that are coming up. We're going to be doing some stage ready masterclasses in the new year. So start looking out for those, where you can come and work with me on the stage in a theater to learn how to use your body and your voice and use your story to really become a powerful, profitable speaker. This is so much fun. It's so transformational. I've worked with people who were introverts with a capital I, who came to the Stage Ready Masterclass and just blossomed into really, really articulate, magnetic speakers. So be on the lookout for the Stage Ready Masterclass. I will let you know when the dates are going to be coming. It's going to be here in Boston. So look on out. Okay, on to the episode. This episode is all about authenticity. And what I mean by authenticity is really showing up as your true self within your brand. So authenticity is kind of a hot buzzword right now in the coaching industry and a lot of different industries. And I think people get kind of jaded around hearing it, about that whole authenticity. It sounds kind of like new agey or just something that people throw out when they don't really mean it. And that definitely happens. I mean, let's face it, we said that a lot. We see that a lot in politics, where people are, portraying one side that they want everybody to think that this is how they actually are. And on the other side, there's something completely different. That is not authenticity, nor is authenticity a convenient thing, right? That you're authentic when it just, when you're trying to get something and manipulate your audience. That's not authenticity. Authenticity is showing up as you truly are and embracing who you are and projecting an image and a message that aligns with your core values, your expertise, your talent, your personality, and using that authenticity within your brand to attract your ideal clients. So that's not to say that you don't have different levels of showing up with your brand. It may be authentic for you, as it is for me, to when I go to the dump or the transfer station, as they like to call it in my village here. I'm not going to show up with a green dress and a statement necklace on. I am definitely going to be showing up with sneakers and jeans or sweatpants or whatever. That is authentic to me to go to the dump in my sweatpants. It is not on brand for me to show up on camera in the same clothes that I go to the dump with, right? It is authentic, but I am talking about creating an authentic brand presence, that elevated level of who you are as a savvy business person, as an expert in your field, as a thought leader, as a leader, period, that people will turn to. So it doesn't necessarily mean that authentic is just letting everything hang out or being sloppy or overly casual. It means showing up as an authentic expert at your level of expertise and being truly who you are. Because here's the deal. When you are truly authentic, you are at your most powerful. And I think people get caught up in the idea that authenticity is equated with vulnerability, which it can be, absolutely. And vulnerability is super powerful. But it doesn't have to mean that authenticity is overly personal, of overly exposing yourself or being overly vulnerable. Authenticity is showing up as who you are, who you truly are. And the benefits of being authentic are many. So for example, when you are really authentic, you don't have to worry about constantly checking over your shoulder to make sure all your bases are covered. Because if you're showing up as who you are, you don't have to worry about like people finding out about you being one way, like the politicians one way over here and another way over here. You just are who you are. So it's very liberating. You can just, this is who I am. This is how I want to show up. But the other thing about being authentic that is a huge benefit is that you start to draw your true tribe. And I've talked to so many people recently who are trying to figure out their ideal target market. I just can't figure it out. Who are my ideal clients? They're not out there. No one's responding to my offers. I'm working so hard. I've done everything. I'm on Instagram. I'm doing all the marketing. I'm doing Facebook Live, but nobody is responding to me. More than likely, it's because you are not showing up, or possibly you're not showing up as the best version of yourself. And those two things go in hand in hand. It's being completely who you are and being the best version of that amplified version. So when I am performing, when I walk on stage to sing, I stand with my singer's body. I have my chest open. I use my arms in a different way. I project my voice in a different way. If I'm just talking on a live stream, it's a little bit smaller, right? The energy is a little bit smaller, but it's still me. As a business person, you want to have both elements. You want to have that authenticity, but you want to have that raised level of polish on that authentic presence. And when you do that, not only does your loyal tribe start to see and recognize you, because they like you and they vibe with you, but they also recognize more easily your value because you are showing up, and this is kind of a touchy-feely thing, but you are showing up as someone who respects and honors and loves yourself. And you respect and honor and love yourself enough to show up in an amplified version. So if you are not completely comfortable with who you are, it's really hard to show up in a powerful way. What happens is either you shrink and people don't see you, or you show up in an inauthentic, insecure, braggy, boastful, overly confident way that repels people. They're like, I don't want any of that. That's yucky. I get a bad vibe from that. And that's not what you want either. You don't want to be hidden and small because you're afraid, and you don't want to be insecure and overcompensating because you're not real. You want to be grounded in your personal power, in who you are, so that you can show up on the scene and really play with the energy of your authenticity. And that is what people are drawn to, that magnetism. And it's this thing that builds on itself, because the more you do it, the more confident you get, the more you're able to play with that feeling and that presence. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, look at someone like Tony Robbins. If he did not have the self-awareness, the self-love, that confidence, he wouldn't be able to command the audiences that he does, right? It's this energy that exudes. But you don't have to be Tony Robbins. You could be someone who's introverted. You could be someone who's more quiet. And if you are true to who you are and what you bring to the table and share that with authenticity, the best version of you, people will respond to that who are your tribe. So be authentic. Try to love those parts of you that you want to bring forward. And don't discount it. Like, I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, nobody's responding to me. I've been trying really hard to get this out. And I said, well, are you talking to people who want what you have to offer? Or are you trying to appeal to a group of people that you wish wanted what you have to offer? And this particular person was aiming for a target market that just was not a right match because it didn't line up with who they were. And I know as soon as they line up with who they really are internally and project that the real market is going to show up. And that's what you want as well. So be authentic. And then take your authenticity to the next level so that in your brand presence, you're showing that you honor and respect yourself, you value yourself, and that other people should value you and your services as well. Okay, I'd love to hear your comments. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would love if you'd write a review and let me know what you think. And I'd always like to hear people's feedback. Okay, until next time, here's to hitting all your high notes. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Hi, everyone. It's Heather again. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Thrive. Every week, we try to bring you people and information to help you change your life for the better, to grow your business, to expand your thinking, and to open your heart. If you did enjoy this content, I would so appreciate it if you would go to iTunes and review us. Let us know how we're doing. We'd love to hear your thoughts and your feedback. And if you found this information helpful or useful in any way, please share it on out. Let your friends and family know about Thrive. And finally, if you'd like to know more about me, you can visit me at heatherpoduska.com. Until next time, here's to hitting all your high notes.